Hello, welcome to another episode of Dog Day Chess. This episode, like the previous one, is going to be quite different from the norm. I often get asked what tools I use to manage my games and to analyze them, so I want to give an overview of that in case it gives you some ideas for how to manage your own games. So I want to start by describing something called PGN, which stands for Portable Game Notation. Now, PGN is a standard format for recording the moves of a game and other information about the game. It's a plain text format, yet it's machine readable, and a file can contain one or more games. And it's useful for saving and distributing chess games electronically. So there are plenty of PGN viewers that will allow you to look at the games in a PGN file visually on an actual chessboard and play through it one move at a time. There are free online viewers and editors. There's one at www.caissa.com, CAISSA. There are also free viewers that you can install on your Windows PC. For example, Chess Theater by DGT. And there are also plenty of full-featured applications for Windows, such as Fritz and ChessBase. And there are also free readers that you can install on your iOS device. I use Chess Viewer for my iPhone. So if you've ever read a chess book, you might find it a little tedious as you read through the examples move by move to either keep the move straight in your head. Myself, I would take out an actual chessboard and set up the position, and I'd use that to help me keep track of things as I work through the example. But one benefit of this PGN and the viewers is that you can find collections of games from various chess books. If you Google Ossimitz, Ossimitz, you'll find collections of games from various popular and famous chess books. And what you can do then is you can use a PGN reader to step through the moves instead of manually reproducing them on a chessboard or trying to keep them straight in your head. So it makes reading a chess book a lot more easy. Another thing you can use this technology for is you can use it to build up a collection of your own games. Okay, so you can keep track of your games in a PGN file on your home computer, and you can replay the games later on using a PGN reader. You can annotate them using an editor. So for example, when you play your games, if you write down your moves on a score sheet, you can manually recreate the PGN using a PGN editor such as Fritz. Better still, if you're able to use your smartphone to record your moves as you play the game on an app such as Shredder Chess, then you can email the PGN file to yourself and just copy it into your game collection on your PC. Or when you play a game electronically against a computer or against another person over the internet, your software may allow you to save or email the PGN, and that way you can get it into your collection quite easily. So once you've built up a collection of your own games, there's plenty of software that lets you query the games and analyze them. ChessBase lets you provide, or not lets you, but can provide statistics on the games in your PGN database, and it lets you search for games based on criteria that you provide. Okay. Fritz can analyze your games. You can also use Fritz to play out positions. For example, if you've played a game and your opponent resigned on you, you can you can load the game into Fritz and play out the rest of the game against Fritz to see if you actually could have won. So just to tie everything together, I'll describe a typical scenario, at least how I work with the technology. So when I play a game face-to-face or online, I'll record the moves, or they'll automatically get recorded on my iPhone. And in order to get it off my iPhone, I need to email it to myself. And then I'll take that's the PGN file. Then I'll take the PGN file and I'll just copy it into my collection of games. And then usually I'll load the game into Fritz, and if it was an interesting game, I'll annotate it. I'll run Fritz's blunder check analyzer so that it can tell me what mistakes I made. I've also developed some of my own homegrown utilities to produce reports that'll tell me what kinds of mistakes I make more often than others, and even a little tool that creates puzzles out of my own mistakes, and so that I can drill on those positions over and hopefully break habits over time that are causing me to make the mistakes that I make. So that's an overview of the technology that I use, and I hope this gives you some ideas of how you might want to manage and analyze your own games. As always, I hope you got something of this out of this episode. We'll go back to the normal format for the next few episodes of looking at some games, but thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again.